Shoot, man. I was trying to discuss on how we set it up.
Oh.
But you're already on here. I didn't know you already knew how to do it.
Oh.
But I'm trying to find out. Okay.
You know how to do everything.
Now, if anybody leaves a comment, it'll go right there.
Okay, I saw the comment section. That's like on Google Meet. What we have to do for school.
All right. Anybody who's on this live, can y'all leave a comment if you're on Facebook or anything? Because I need to know if y'all can see I need to know if y'all can see if I can see the comments on here.
This is cool. Is this live on my phone?
It's live on your phone?
Yeah, it's live.
All right, cool. If you hit the live, make sure you mute it so you can't hear. But if people put comments on there, let me know because they're not popping up on the StreamYard.
Okay.
Or if you're on the Facebook, try to leave a comment on there and see.
I don't have Facebook. I just have YouTube.
Oh, you got YouTube. All right, cool. All right, yep. He can see it and then it pops up. All right, cool. It's lit. Good luck, Tink. Good luck, Dink. Hey, yo, we on here, man. I had to bring my nephew onto my page because he was talking crazy yesterday.
What? It wasn't crazy.
He was talking crazy. What's up, y'all? What's popping? He was talking crazy yesterday. I want him to explain his situation. That's my nephew William. And we was talking about Marvel. We was talking about DC. We got some stuff that we gonna say that y'all probably not gonna like, especially about Black Panther, but we gonna get to that later.
Yeah, I spelled my name wrong. I just realized that.
Oh, you did? Cinco.
Yeah, it says Sicko. Yeah,
hey, pay him no mind on the spelling. Pay him no mind on the spelling. But please, okay, this guy William. Well, first of all, if y'all want to ask him any questions, go ahead and ask him questions in the comments.
Nothing much.
What up?
How are you doing?
Said, what up? He said, what up? Okay. Yesterday he said that who did I put? I said, first of all, I said Batman is terrible. Batman is terrible. Is Batman a terrible villain or not? I mean, a terrible superhero or not? Where do you rank Batman, William? Where do you put Batman?
I would put Batman from like 9 to 10. From 9 out of 10.
Okay. And you said you put Spider-Man over Batman, correct?
Yes.
Why?
No, I put Batman at 8.
You listed so many people yesterday. See, thank you. He
Whatever.
said Batman's trash.
Whatever.
I said that yesterday, but he said Spider-Man. He said he put Spider-Man up there. What was your reason?
Because if you put Spider-Man where Batman is or where anyone else is, he would make Batman look terrible. Or if we put Spider-Man where somebody is.
Yeah, right. We're not going to do that. Not yet. Not yet.
If we put him where somebody is,
right,
that person look terrible.
Right. He said you're wilding. So Spider-Man, he got Spider-Man. Now I said yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, did I say Iron Man was better than Batman? Did I say that?
Yes.
Now I said Iron Man was better than Batman. The reason why I said Iron Man was better than Batman was because I think that if they fought 1-on-1, he would beat him. Now the part that made sense what you was explaining yesterday was when you said Batman can fight. Like when you said Batman can fight, because I was like, well, if you take the Batmobile away from Batman, if you take the plane or whatever he flies with away from Batman, if you take everything away from Batman except for his Batman belt, and you take everything, but can he beat Iron Man? Because Iron Man is a machine, pretty much. So you can't take anything away from machine because you can't take anything from him because he's technology at the end of the day. So I'm like, why did you say Batman would beat Iron Man? How is that possible?
Because if you take away all of Batman's gadgets, all of his Batmobile and stuff, you would still have Batman because Batman knows how to fight.
Right.
Iron Man has no idea how to fight. None whatsoever.
So you say Iron Man because Iron Man has everything technology.
Yeah, all Iron Man does is fly up and shoot things out of his hands or shoot things out of his arms.
Mm-hmm.
But Batman, he has to know how to throw his batarang or know how to aim what he's throwing or know how to punch right because he's not flying around. But if you put Batman where Iron Man is, you would get Batman higher because Batman knows how to do more stuff than Iron Man does.
So he said accurate assessment. Batman has an 8.75 to 8.9. Spider-Man's reflexes are what makes him top tier with strength. So if we talking about strength, can Spider-Man, because you broke that down yesterday too, and that made a lot of sense. Can Spider-Man beat Batman in a one-on-one fight?
Yes, because Spider-Man has a bunch of like reflexes. He has his own fighting style that's one of his powers that nobody knows about. Nobody has any idea he has these powers. Like how he has his own fighting style. Like nobody knows
Right.
about the style. So if he was fighting Batman, Batman would have to try to figure out how to fight him. And even with Batman's gadgets, Spider-Man has a spider sense. If that's all he had, he would still know exactly where Batman's coming from. And Spider-Man has super strength, and as they said, super strength, super reflexes, and he also has like insane amount of agility and endurance. So if Batman was even able to hit him or take him down, Spider-Man would get right back up.
Now Dink said Batman is the brain is the brains and the cash, because that's all he got. All Batman has is money.
All right, Batman has a lot of money and he has a lot of brains. Spider-Man has half that. Spider-Man has a bunch of brains and he has hardly zero cash in his entire life. What?
He said, okay. My man Glock. He said, okay, listen, Batman is, what is it?
Batman is a detective with gadgets and high IQ. He can fight. Spider-Man is half a spider with super strength. Batman is a smart, but he is human at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what I'm saying, because Batman, you've seen Batman out of his uniform in ace bandages because he's really hurt. But you also seen Spider-Man.
Yeah, because on Homecoming, when all of his gadgets was a spider web, he had an entire building collapse on him in Homecoming, and he was able to lift it right back up and then keep going.
Exactly.
For people like Iron Man, they need a recharge after getting beaten up by Captain America. They need like 5 minutes or a minute or so to get right back up. And then
that's what I'm saying, because not Captain America, Iron Man is like a computer. You knock him down, but it takes him a little bit to boot. But as soon as he boots up, he's back to being able to do whatever he does.
Yeah, and
now he said if Spider-Man chose to be evil, it'd be a problem. That's a true statement. Spider-Man would be one of the dopest villains ever if Spider-Man was a villain, if he was an evil person. If he was an evil, Spider-Man would be off the hook if that was good. Also has a healing factor. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it says Spider-Man has a healing factor.
In America, they have an unlike healing factor, but most people say their power is not dying. It basically is because they both have an insane amount of endurance, and they both are able to heal faster than any human is. So they're slowly healing as they're out there fighting.
And he said if it was straight hands, Bruce Wayne would beat up Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Now we agreed with that yesterday.
Yeah.
But is Bruce Wayne beating Peter Parker?
No. It can be Bruce Wayne, nothing. Spider-Man, nothing. If we're going with Spider-Man now, it would still be Spider-Man.
So you got the new Spider-Man right now beating up Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I got any Spider-Man beating up Bruce Wayne.
He said no. He said no. Explain what would be the reason why Spider-Man or Peter Parker would beat Bruce Wayne.
Because Spider-Man knows how to fight, and even if he was fighting with his gadget, Spider-Man still has a spider sense. As Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. If we're talking about Spider-Man before the spider bite, of course he would get beaten up by Batman. It'd be the same thing as Iron Man fighting Batman. Hands on.
Yeah, before the cave. Before he had that cube or whatever.
Yeah, before the giant explosion thing, and he had that thing in his chest.
Right.
Even the thing in his chest, he would still lose. But Iron Man without an Iron Man suit, he would still lose to Batman. And Spider-Man without his spider's bite would still lose.
To Batman?
Batman? Spider-Man without his spider bite would still lose. But since Spider-Man has the spider bite and he's been bitten already, he would still beat Batman. Because Spider-Man has super strength, he would defeat him the same way. Super strength, super reflexes, spider sense, and healing. And the gift to not die.
So Spider-Man can't die?
Spider-Man can die. It would take him a while or a long time to get to the point.
I was about to say. Now he said he's Hulk smash. Now I said, who did I say that could be Hulk?
You said Hercules would beat Hulk.
I'm iffy with. You said in the comments that Hulk beat up Hercules.
Yes, I did. Hulk has Hercules.
Now I'm so iffy with Hulk still because after he got beat up by Thanos, we haven't seen Hulk since. He went into the smart brain's body. That's cool. It is what it is. But he has not been the green monster since he got beat up. Now you said the reason that Hulk lost was because. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he lost because Thanos, A, had the Power Stone, and B, Hulk was trying to build a personality. Because that's the Hulk after being being Bruce Banner for like 2 years.
Right. he said without pirates, he'd beat up Peter Parker. That guy was so little. Okay, now the Hulk situation, I don't know. Thanos beat him up, and he beat him up.
He beat him with the Power Stone, so he was able to gain extra strength, stronger than the Hulk was at the moment. And the Hulk was like that robot from iRobot, that movie that nobody liked to talk about with Will Smith.
Right, yeah.
I like that movie though.
I do too.
So you had him. He was like, I am not doing this. He was like, I did not kill him. He was building emotions. Yeah. So the Hulk is like a baby right now that knows how to talk. And he's out there fighting, just throwing his arms around, and he's like feeling emotions. And the first one he felt, because he never felt it before, was being scared. And so the first thing he was afraid of was Thanos, that Thanos had the Power Stone. If we were going with the Hulk from Avengers, he would have beaten Thanos even with the Power Stone. Because that's not the Hulk with the brain, it's just the Hulk destroying stuff. If it was destroying stuff Hulk versus Thanos in that moment, even with the Power Stone, or with the full force of the Infinity Gauntlet, it still would have been the Hulk.
So Hulk would have won with the... Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Hulk would have won even if Thanos, because Thor, he had his weapon, and Thanos was using the entire force of the Infinity Gauntlet to try to stop Thor from getting to him. But none of them were. But he wasn't able to get close to him.
Keep talking.
Anyways, so he was able to get close to him. He just threw his axe down and then hit him. And the Hulk is way stronger than Thor. They're both like the strongest of all time. They're the two strongest fictional characters of all time. They're the two strongest fictional characters.
Which is who?
The strongest. Thor and the Hulk. The Hulk is the strongest, and then Thor is behind him. Not that far behind him, but he's still behind him.
Right.
Because the Hulk has unlimited strength. He can...
So Hulk can lose to nobody, is what you're saying?
Yes, because the Hulk has the power of unlimited strength. The more he gets angry, the more he gets stronger. So if he was like super, super angry and you're still fighting him and he's angrier, you're going to be stuck at the same strength level and you might go down because you're going to be tired. But for the Hulk, he's just going to get stronger the longer he's out there fighting.
So it seems like the Hulk's strength is women though, because he was weak when what's her name was when he was fighting. What was the girl's name? What's her name? He wasn't fighting her, but it was like he like started growing some type of feeling for her. I don't know what her name was. You know the girl, the Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
You didn't fight
you don't remember when
he was... Yeah, that's when he was being mind controlled to like rage so Loki can break free.
And she controlled it.
No, she didn't control it.
How did she not control it?
This is before I end up.
I thought she controlled it. What Hulk did to Loki is one of the craziest things ever.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron, she was able to make him calm down because they liked each other.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but in the first Avengers movie, they didn't care about each other at all. They were just people who met. And so it had no effect on him. But the only effect was once Thor hit him out, once he crash landed, then he was able to like get his mind back, like when he crashed the building down with Iron Man. Then he was able to get his mind back.
Right.
So then he was back to normal after taking a police motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Okay, so I said yesterday, I wonder if anybody agrees. I said that was better. What was it called? I keep forgetting. It's Endgame, and then what's the other one? The first one.
Infinity War.
Infinity War. I said Infinity War is better than Endgame. Which one did you say was better?
I said Endgame was better.
And why did you say Endgame was better?
One, because the box office. It has the most of all time. It beat the Titanic. And two, because I'm going to go with because it was like the bigger impact. Like in Infinity War, everyone died and you were in shock for a while. Right. After everyone's sad deaths throughout the entire movie, you were shocked that they lost.
Exactly.
And then Endgame, for all those since 2009, from Iron Man 1 and watching them, and fans from basically their entire lives, are seeing a moment that everyone's been waiting for 10 years, for them to all finally come together. All the movies connect, they're all together, and they're all fighting, and then they all won. It also had an effect when you saw Black Widow die.
Yeah.
And then when you also saw Iron Man die. Because they both started out the entire thing.
Yeah. Well, I thought Captain America started.
From movies, Iron Man and Black Widow started it from the way beginning of 2009. But from all time, Thor technically started it.
Okay.
Because they're all over 1,000. Because they're both over 1,000 years old.
No, I said that Infinity Wars was better because nobody expected them to lose like that, and when they lost. People left the theater in shock. Like, are you serious? We just lost. It was so many people that was just like they hated the ending because of the fact that they lost. Because nobody expected that many superheroes to lose to Thanos like that. And when they almost won, and they lost. And right when they lost, the movie was literally over. Like it was like down goes Marvel. Like the Avengers are through. That's it. Everybody started disappearing and everything.
Yeah, and then you have to think like they're not done. You can't just end it like that. So after the entire shock of seeing Spider-Man and Black Panther dying, and seeing like all those other people dying or getting blipped or snapped, as whatever they want to call it.
Right.
They were all after. It's like, wait, they can't just end it like that. That you can't just end the story like that. That'd be terrible. I would never watch anything else anymore.
And that's the impact. That's why I felt that one was
after
better.
The whole shock, you were back to like, they can't end it like this. That's impossible. They're not ending it like that. They're gonna come back.
They did?
And then you got everyone thinking like, how are they going to bring it back?
Yeah, they definitely had to bring it back, and people had to think that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what one did. The first one made you think like that for the second. That's how much of an impact the first one was.
The first one would have had a much more impact if they went with the original idea.
What was the original idea?
The original idea was like the dark alternate version. Some people might know this, but I was told this by my dad because he was reading in an article. The original one was somehow Captain America is able to find Thanos. They're going fist, hand, because people love Captain America so much. So they're fighting. That's why they didn't do it. And they're fighting fist, hand. And then Thanos shows up through the thing, and he's in front of Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk, and then or Black Widow, and then rolls over Captain America's head. And that's how the movie would have ended.
What?
That's how it was going to be. And then it changed. And then they're like, no, we're just going to have everyone else get snapped because of the power of the stones. But originally, Captain America was going to die. They were going to kill Captain America.
Which made more sense because after Captain America really isn't that much of an impact.
No, it is because like a bunch of people love Captain America, but that would have been too dark for anyone who was really watching it.
How did you love Captain America more than you love Iron Man?
Because I'm not
they killed him. They killed Iron Man in the second one.
I'm not a big Iron Man fan.
I'm not either. I'm not
But
an Iron Man fan, and I'm
Captain
definitely not
America's
a
got
Captain
to have
America
had
fan.
a way more big effect on people because everyone loves Captain America. Even if you're on Iron Man's team on Civil War, you still love Captain America because you loved what he was doing. You loved how he was out there doing his best, doing the right thing. He chose his best friend over his own team to save the day. And yeah, I'm not just a big Iron Man fan. And Iron Man, he didn't even really necessarily have to snap. You could have given it to someone who would actually survive it, like Thor or Ant-Man or something.
Speaking of Ant-Man, you got Ant-Man kind of high in your top 10.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because Ant-Man is better than mostly everybody. He's better than everyone when it comes to brilliance. He's like number one, and then Spider-Man's like number two when it comes to genius in the Marvel universe. That's my opinion, because
okay, this is the Marvel universe. That's Marvel universe. Okay.
Yeah, even if all time, it would still be those two. I choose Spider-Man over Batman. I choose Spider-Man over Batman. Because Batman's the smartest in all of DC. It's Batman, and then it's like Lex Luthor.
I got Wonder Woman as the best from DC, period.
No, I mean like in brilliance. Wonder Woman is smart. She'd probably be like number 3 because she's able to read and know a lot, and she's able to speak like a million different languages. And she's like super smart, so she would be like my number 3 in DC, but Batman's number 1. It'd be Batman and the Green Arrow. They'd be like right next to each other. I wouldn't say the Green Arrow's up there, but he'd be in like the top 10 or like the top 20.
How is Green Arrow or Batman better than Wonder Woman at all?
All right, Batman and Green Arrow both have are the king of prep time. If you give them like 24 hours to fight somebody, they'll win. They'll have everything prepared. Like Batman, like for Batman, how he was able to beat Superman because he had time. He was able to think it out. But for Green Arrow, he's able to prepare. He's able to train, same way for Batman. So if you gave them at least 24 or 48 hours to fight anyone, they would win if it's not the Flash. Because the Flash is too fast for anyone except for maybe the Green Arrow. The Green Arrow would get there because the Green Arrow is fast enough, sort of. That's why Green Arrow's better than Batman. Green Arrow's better than mostly everybody. But hey, that's my opinion.
What?
Better than mostly it's Green Arrow. For me, it's Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, Batman.
No, you had Spider-Man. You had Spider-Man up there.
DC.
Oh yeah, DC. Yep.
It'd be Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, not Spider-Man. See, you messed me up. Black Panther. No, see, you messed me up.
No, that's not
Batman.
Right.
Batman, and like
who was the other person you said?
Man and Aquaman. Those would be my only picks out of and Deadshot maybe. Those would be my only picks out of DC.
Now it's Deadpool
and
DC.
Plastic Man.
He's
basically like if you gave Scott Lang the powers of Mr. Fantastic.
Really?
Running around in his underwear, sort of.
Really?
Suit thing. Yeah, he's on the Flash show, but he's not with his original costume. Yeah, that's basically all he is. He was first a thief, and then Batman was able to change him. Like, that's like another power that Batman and both Green Arrow and Batman have. They're able to impact someone. They're able to change somebody. Batman was able to change his son from the League of Assassins to becoming a superhero.
I'll give you that.
And they both age extremely well, which is crazy. Because Batman did his life, and then he did Dick Grayson's life from being Robin to Nightwing, and then he also did 2 more Robins. So
that is true.
They both aged extremely well. And he was also and Green Arrow was also able to get the League of Assassins as well.
Well, let's get to what everybody's here to hear. We're going to clear the air.
Yeah.
You're not going to like us for this.
But
you're not going to like us for this one.
You're just going to have to watch to the end, and your mind's going to be blown.
Right. You're not going to like us for this one. But there was a movie that came out. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yes.
It was last year. One
There's
of the
movies
quote
this year.
unquote greatest superhero or greatest comic book movie or whatever ever, pretty much. And that movie was the Black Panther.
No, Black Panther came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, it was a Black Panther. And rest in peace to the guy who played the character of Black Panther. But we're not talking about him. Yeah, we're not talking about him. We're talking about the
They're doing
character.
something wrong. I think they're cast calling for another Black Panther.
No, are they? I thought they were just gonna give it to.
I heard that's what they were doing. I heard that they were about to cast call for another Black Panther.
They're gonna mess that situation up. They do that. They need to leave that alone.
Yeah.
They need to leave that alone. But yeah, we said something crazy yesterday. You said something crazy, and I was like, "What?" And then I agreed 1,000% on what you said.
So
go ahead, say what you said.
What I'm saying is, all right, if you take away the fact that Black Panther is what? If you take away the fact that Black Panther is black,
yeah,
nobody's gonna care.
No,
they're all gonna treat him like he's Captain America with like better stuff.
Yep.
If he was white, nobody would care since he's black, and they think it's the first black solo movie, which it isn't. There's like a bunch behind that, like go 10 years before you get Hancock, the Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he wasn't black, if he wasn't saying Wakanda forever, none of that stuff, nobody would say Black Panther is the best. They're just saying that because he's black. If you made him white, no one's gonna say that.
Nobody's gonna say
it. I like him. Like how people say, "Oh, I like Captain America."
Right.
If you made Captain America black, everyone's gonna be like, "Greatest movie of all time." But
yeah, that's really crazy because when you said that, I'm like, man, that sounds crazy. But now when I look at it, I'm just like, besides vibranium, what else does Black Panther got?
Without vibranium, he's basically Captain America with extra superpowers.
And that's it. That's it.
If you just made him white, he's just Captain America with extra superpowers.
And his sister is the one that made all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Without Black Panther's team, without his vibranium, he'll just be out there fighting random people, like he'd be Captain America. That's why if you put Spider-Man where Black Panther is, if you made Spider-Man the King of Wakanda, gave him all his vibranium, gave him his suits and stuff, Spider-Man would do the job way better than Black Panther would, because Spider-Man A has better powers, and B has like a stronger mind to do things with. Because if you put Black Panther, or if you put Batman where Black Panther is, it would be Batman, because Batman is able to do all the stuff. He doesn't have all the vibranium like Black Panther does. He just has random metal and army weapons that he has. That's all he has. And bombs and stuff he has to make out of bat-shaped boomerangs. But Black Panther, he has an entire mine worth trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars worth of vibranium. And he has an army. He has armies. He has...
He can't die, can he?
Who, Black Panther?
Because when he was about to be down, they put him under that thing. And they started praying over him or whatever under the stuff, and he came back to life.
Because he was still conscious in the snow. If they took him out, he would have died. And he was powerless. So right then and there, he was a normal person that knew how to fight. Kind of like Batman, but just weaker. Because Batman and Green Arrow, they both trained to fight. Because, well, Batman, he did it to choose, because in Batman Begins, he was there to save his city, but in other things, he just becomes a crime fighter to stop what happened to his parents from happening to other people. But for Green Arrow, he came out as basically like Tony Stark before the bomb, and he was out there on an island, and he had to survive, and everyone was trying to kill him, except for like 3-4 people.
Wow.
So if you put him anywhere, like, that's how you know Wolverine, Deadpool, Hulk, like a few mutants are the best, because if you put them anywhere, they'll still do their thing. They'll still destroy.
Yep.
If you put like Cyclops, let's say you put Cyclops where Spider-Man is, he's not going to get anything. Cyclops is smart. All he knows how to do is lead, sort of, and shoot lasers out of his eyes. But if there's nothing covering his eyes, he has to have his eyes closed, like Beast. That's how you know Beast is also one of the greatest out there.
You just said
Because
it.
Beast,
Yep.
yeah, because Beast, he's like Peter Parker, sort of. He's like Peter Parker. They're both insanely smart, but if you put them both with Black Panthers, they'll have more things to use than just household appliances. Because Spider-Man in comics was able to make like a time machine thingy from like everyday household items like an oven, microwave, and like a blender. I have to find it again. I don't know where I found it though.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, but if you put Beast there, he'd be doing that same type of stuff.
Because Beast is smart, right?
Yeah, Beast is super smart.
He's like the Hulk.
Sort of. With his brilliance, yeah. Bruce Banner is a really smart person, but he majored in gamma energy. That's why they took him to the gamma base. And that's why because he mastered in gamma energy.
Wow.
So if you put Black Panther, if you take away all his vibranium, all of his richness, all of his armies, and you just put him where Spider-Man is right now, without any vibranium, he'd just be doing terrible because Black Panther doesn't have any of that. He doesn't have his sister to make his stuff.
Right.
He doesn't have all those other scientists to make his stuff. He has no protection, so it's just him out there by himself. So, yeah, but if you put Spider-Man in Black Panther shoes, Spider-Man would do amazing.
My favorite character has not came out with a movie yet. It's Gambit.
They were going to make a movie. They were also going to make a not Black. They were going to make a Gambit movie and they were going to make a Magneto movie, but they both got canceled.
Why though? That's what I'm saying. Like that card, that would be something serious, man. I don't even know who would play that character though. Now that I think about it,
Who played him in the movie?
Yeah, that's true. They got to come up with a Gambit movie though. They have to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, they have to. They have to. With them cards and all that stuff, man, that stuff would be crazy.
His story isn't that great. It'd basically be a thief movie when it comes to him, because all he would do is steal, and then he would do card tricks and break into places. That's all he would do the entire time.
Yeah, but they would make them cards like swords, man. Them things would be sweet. The fight scenes would be crazy. Fight scenes would be crazy if he's using the cards, because the cards would probably be dumb smart. I mean, they'd probably be dumb sharp and everything, slicing up stuff.
They were able to push Wolverine out of a wall. So you're pushing adamantium and someone with super strength.
Right.
Out of a building.
That'd be crazy. Kino. Who's Kino? Is that a character?
Maybe.
Is Kino a character?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know Kino. Hold on, people.
He appeared in the Hulk comics, I guess. He appeared in Hulk comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just looked him up.
Yeah, I don't know who Kino is. He has to explain that one to me. Kino, my Keano, however you spell it. I don't know who he is. Kino Reeves. Oh. Is everybody in agreement that what up, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Good. Is everybody in agreement that Superman is terrible?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is John Wick.
Oh, that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, they had a list of people like fans were thinking who should play Wolverine, and somebody said
I would have him playing Gambit.
They also said when he comes back in Marvel, maybe that they were gonna have Tom Hardy playing him, but Tom Hardy's Venom.
Hold up, man. I told her I was live. She's wild. All right, yeah. I want him to play Gambit for sure. I want him to play Gambit.
The only problem would be is that he's like.
Oh man, I might have messed your stuff up. All right, go ahead.
The only problem would be is that he's a little older, and Gambit is like a younger person, like on the younger age.
Yeah. He played in The Matrix too.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Oh man. Whew.
I only heard of the part when he's dodging from bullets as he's like.
Yeah, and that's like a Miller glimpse of what that movie is dope. That movie is so dope.
The black guy in that movie played an Ant-Man.
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, the big black bald dude.
He said X-Men is coming back to the MCU.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while.
What's the MCU?
The Marvel movies like the Iron Man and Endgame and Infinity War. Because there's other Marvel that wasn't owned by Disney yet.
X-Men,
like,
I got you.
Yeah, like the X-Men and the old Spider-Man movies. But now Disney owns everything that Marvel's a part of. Even they own the movies that they're even making. Like they own all of Fox and all of Sony now. Oh, wow. Sony had Spider-Man and Fox had the X-Men and Deadpool. So now Disney owns everything that they're in.
Wow. Wow, well, that'd be dope if X-Men come back. But I thought they were done. What was their last one? I thought they were done.
It was Dark Phoenix. It came out this year or last year?
Because they had, what's the one what they got with the kids? Everybody got the powers. All the kids are coming up and they got the powers. I think they got their own little series.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on Netflix or something.
I haven't seen. The last one I saw was with the three girls. And they were like blowing people's heads up. That was like the last one I saw.
I think they got one called The Runners, the Runaways.
Season.
I think it's called The Runaways or something like that. That TV show, The Runaways.
Yeah, they have The Runaways. They have The Gifted. Yeah, they have Runaways and they have The Gifted, and then they have this new movie called New Mutants. I'm not watching that.
I didn't see The Gifted. I see The Runaways though. That was good. The
movie they have that's not the New Mutants was Dark Phoenix. It came out last year or the year before.
Okay.
Jean, I guess, dies or something like that, which she can't. And Mystique dies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She dies. Jean ends up hitting her with the overpower, and then boom, and then Mystique flies like right through an axe thing.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
I hope
Disney's going to redo the X-Men movies. He said he think Disney is going to redo the movies.
I really hope they don't, because it took the X-Men like 19 years. It took them like 6 years. It took them 6 years to Last Stand, and then all those extra Wolverine movies to like 2013, and then Future Past, and then Apocalypse. And then Dark Phoenix, and then the 2 random series, and the Deadpool. So that would be terrible if they redid it. It'd be wasting like...
Yeah, to redo all of them? Like, why would they want to redo?
It'd be a waste of 18, 19 years of work and money.
Yeah, that would be a lot. I mean, that would keep them going for a long time, though. But they did the same thing for Spider-Man. They redid Spider-Man until they redid Batman like 3 times.
Yeah, because they keep changing it up in different ways.
Yeah. I don't even understand why they do that.
The first one's the only good ones out of the original 3. The only one that was good was the first one. And then for the Amazing Spider-Mans, the first one was the only good one. And then for the new Spider-Man, everything he was in was good, except for maybe Civil War. Civil War was a good movie, but no one really wants to sit down and watch 2 hours of heroes fighting each other over something that Tony Stark doesn't agree with.
Yeah. I mean, retell the story like Spider-Man. That's what I'm saying. If you retell all the X-Men stories like they did Spider-Man, they probably would be okay. but they would have to redo the Wolverines, and I don't want no other Wolverine besides the dude. And I thought he was done.
Yeah, he was done, but then he says he's coming back.
He ain't gonna come back for all them X-Men if they do it all over.
I really hope they don't end up doing it over and again, because most of the time when they remake things, well, the Spider-Man one was good.
They won with the Spider-Man.
They had a good actor that wasn't an adult really, and someone who could last a while, and who could really do some of the stunts. And because his character was way better than the other Spider-Mans. The first Spider-Man was like nerdy a little bit, like Spider-Man is now, and then once he got his powers back, when he got his powers, it was weird. And then for the other one, he was like one of the kids that keep by himself, and then he got mind-y, sort of. And then for the new one, he was still like a kid, like how Spider-Man usually is when he's with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't really all big on X-Men like that. I was big on the Wolverines though.
Yeah, the
Wolverines was pretty dope. Every Wolverine one I seen was dope. Mm-hmm. Even the one with his daughter, that one was dope. Didn't he die in that?
Yeah, but I guess he's coming back. I don't know. He said he's coming back. No one knows how he's coming back. Unless they're in the past.
Oh, man. So they're going to that's whack. Oh, I hate when they do that.
Like for The Last Stand, it's like before Logan and after he woke up.
Yeah, I don't nobody want to see that. Well, I don't want to see it. Other people might want to see it.
I had an idea what they should do so they can still have Hugh Jackman be Wolverine. They could have like his body double, because there's people now that they're calling like Wolverine bodybuilders, I guess.
Yeah.
People who look like him when he was doing the movies. They should have them be like his stunt double, sort of. Or when he has to do something, they put dots on his face, like what they do for the Terminator movies when a young Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? I never knew that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. But when you look at his name, it looks way too complicated to say.
I've been saying Arnold Schwarzenegger for the longest. Everybody in the world been saying Arnold Schwarzenegger the longest. I've never heard nobody say Nagger.
I've heard him say his name, and then that's how I said his name.
Wow. So I don't know. But when you think about it, Wolverine wasn't even really big though, like muscular wise.
Well, yeah, but they have like these people that aren't big that are still like bodybuilders, I guess, who's not like big competing.
But can they act? That's the thing.
It doesn't really matter if Wolverine would be doing the acting; he just wouldn't be showing muscles. They would just like for Logan, when there was two of them, they had some random guy that looked close enough to Wolverine that they just put dots on his face so I can change him a little bit,
like they did on Gemini.
Yeah.
Will Smith. Okay, I know.
For that, Will Smith have to do two people, but all they would have to do is just have Wolverine make faces. So
I know what you're saying now.
Put it in there.
I know what you're saying now. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Wow. Well, that was pretty much it, man. I didn't really have nothing else to say.
Mm-hmm. Well, Spider-Man's one of the best.
Spider-Man is not the best.
He's one of the best. He's not the best. He's one of them. He's better than a few people, but he's better than a lot of people.
Who? He's better than who?
Black Panther, Captain America. He's better than mostly all of them.
Black Panther and Captain America are weak, so you got to come up with something better than that.
He's better than Superman.
Who are we saying? Spider-Man?
Yeah. Because he's better than Batman, and Batman's better than Superman. So.
That's tough. I'll give you that.
I would say Spider-Man would defeat DC hands-on by himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Please.
serious. The only ones that he would have trouble defeating or couldn't defeat at all would
Is
be like
Aquaman, is Wonder Woman,
I would say
uh
the Shazams. That'd
who?
be it. The Shazams.
Shazam's,
That'd be it.
Deadpool. He's not beat
That,
none of
that,
them.
that's Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, I think he would defeat everyone hands-on except for the Shazams. And maybe Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Maybe.
Ain't no maybes. He definitely losing to both of them.
Maybe.
Especially Wonder Woman. Like we got like 50 Spider-Man movies. Wonder Woman got one movie, and it's better than all the Spider-Man movies that ever came out.
No.
Every Spider-Man movie
it's really good than most of them. But the newer ones are amazing. The newer ones, like the newest one, and like the one and his first solo movie in Marvel.
Can you count that? Because at the end of the day, all those movies started stepping up after Wonder Woman came out. So we can't even really say that till Wonder Woman 2 comes out.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman came out 2018, I think. Wait.
The new Spider-Man didn't come out before Wonder Woman.
No,
It came out after.
They came out before Spider-Man. I mean, before Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman, DC finally stepped it up with Wonder Woman and Aquaman because their movies were being terrible.
Yeah, exactly. That Batman versus Superman was horrible. I had the hat, I had the shirt. I was ready to watch that. I went and watched it. It was horrible. But that Wonder Woman took DC right back, put him back in the game. Just that movie alone.
It was that Aquaman and Shazam and maybe Justice League and Green Lantern. Those are the only good DC movies out of all of them.
But that was a streak. After that Batman vs Superman came out, DC, every movie that DC dropped was dope.
Most of the things that DC had wasn't that great because Superman, Man of Steel wasn't that great.
That was horrible.
None of all Superman's millions of movies were terrible. But the only thing that DC really had that was good was their series. And then they finally started getting good with their movies with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, when Wonder Woman came out, that put DC back on the map because that was like the best superhero movie that was ever put out at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But then Black Panther came out, and that was, I mean, regardless of how we feel about Black Panther as a movie, that was one of the dopest movies.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
It was.
I only watched it once. It's definitely not one of the movies I'm about to just keep watching over and over.
No. I would put Avengers Age of Ultron over that.
What?
I thought Avengers Age of Ultron was like, if we're not counting Infinity War and Endgame, it was the best Avengers movie ever. If we weren't counting Endgame, it'd be the best Avengers movie ever. And
Infinity Wars was the best one.
No, it was.
Well, the first Avengers was crazy. The first Avengers was fire.
But most of the time they were just yelling at each other, and then they finally started working together at the end of the movie.
There's not too many movies that's better than the first Transformers movie.
Most Marvel movies are better than the first Transformers movie.
I wouldn't say that.
The first Transformers movie was really good.
The first Transformers movie changed movies. That changed the movies. You've never seen any robots talk. You haven't seen no talking cars. You've never seen no robots transform like they were transforming. Now everybody does it. So that's now Transformers isn't even really a movie that people was just like, oh man, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this because everybody's done it. All cars transform.
I was excited when The Last Night came out, but it was funny, but it wasn't that great. It was hilarious, but it wasn't that great for like a Transformers movie. My favorite one was when it was like when they were with the giant dinosaurs.
That was dope.
That was the best one out of all.
That was the best one to me.
That was the best one.
But they needed that because the other Transformer movies wasn't really landed. They weren't hitting. They was all doing the same thing.
They were like sad good a little bit.
The only movies that, I mean,
it was like
Megatron was just getting better and better. Megatron was getting better and better, and he kept beating them up. Like, it was crazy. I liked what's his name? The dude that was the human that was fighting with the Transformers in the first one and the second one. I
Him?
like him. I like him as that character.
Yeah.
But what's the name? Who picked it up? He's cool too. Wahlberg. He's cool
Yeah.
too. But I like the other guy because the other guy was just funnier to me.
I feel like of all the other Transformer movies that wasn't the one with the dinosaurs, it's like food on Thanksgiving sometimes. For like some people, it's like I'll eat it if it's there.
Right.
It's not like I'm not just gonna destroy this.
Right.
It's like I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm not gonna like destroy it, eat it.
Yeah, it was okay. That one, they needed that one. They needed that one. They needed that Transformers with the dinosaurs. They needed that because Transformers was going downhill. They needed that. Mm-hmm. So when that happened, that was it.
And then when Optimus Prime was evil in the next movie,
that was dope.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
He was
but ain't it crazy that Optimus Prime couldn't be beat by nobody when he was a bad guy, but as soon as he became a good guy, he was getting beat up.
No, he wasn't. He was undefeated the entire time. But I feel like Bumblebee is the best out of everybody there.
No, please.
No,
yeah,
I'm serious. Because if you go back to every Transformers movie ever,
if you have, I didn't even watch Bumblebee because they said John Cena was in it. I don't take nothing serious that John Cena's in.
Wow, that was hurtful.
And John Cena is my guy. He's a wrestler. He's not an actor, except for
he's pretty good at. He's about to be in this new Fast and Furious movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna be Vin Diesel's brother, and he's gonna be the bad guy.
That might be good.
Yeah, but the Bumblebee movie was pretty good. It was pretty hilarious.
I didn't even watch it.
Bumblebee is probably the best out of everyone. I say he's better than Optimus Prime because in every movie you see Optimus Prime always dying, always taking the sacrifice, and then Bumblebee shows up and saves the day. He shows up, saves the day, and then continues doing what he was doing. Without Bumblebee, Optimus Prime would have been gone by the first movie.
So Bumblebee is a big key factor.
Yeah, Bumblebee is like the guy. It's not Optimus Prime, it's Bumblebee.
So the way that you explained it, Scottie Pippen is better than Michael Jordan.
Yes. No, because
the way you explained that just now, that makes a ton of sense. That Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, because if you watch the Bigger Than the Game, I think it's what it's called. I don't remember. I saw a few episodes on it.
You talking about The Last Dance?
Yeah, The Last Dance. I thought it was the game. But if you watch it, you always see how Michael Jordan gets mad and all sad and beaten up when there's no one else there to pick him up. And everything.
Right.
And LeBron,
that's crazy.
The best person he's ever played with in his entire life was Shaq and Anthony Davis.
Oh.
Even though he was Shaq, even though they weren't going anywhere that year, it was still amazing to see Shaq and LeBron.
Yeah, it was.
But that was okay. That was old Shaq. That was like old Shaq. That was like
that Shaq don't count.
Last year.
Yeah, that Shaq didn't count.
Yeah,
he
but
did nothing.
Anthony Davis is the best person because LeBron, every team he's ever played on, he takes him to the the championship. Every team he's ever played on, always to the championship.
Exactly.
The championship. Miami took him to the championship, and last season, he took the Lakers to the championship. And all he had really was Anthony Davis. That was the best person he's ever played with. Cause what's his name? Dwayne Wade was there in the Heat with the other guy who wasn't really bringing anything. So he was with Dwayne Wade, but Dwayne Wade was older because he was out there playing when Shaq was good.
Right.
And that was 1994 or something. And then
not that old.
No, wait, no. Yeah, because Shaq was on Orlando then. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was in the NBA.
I think it was in 2000. I think Dwayne Wade won the championship in 2007, 6, something like that.
It's somewhere in that area, and LeBron was at his 4th year then.
Yeah.
But Yeah. So the only one he really had to take with him to the championship that was actually going to help was Anthony Davis.
What about Kyrie?
Kyrie Irving was there. What?
Kevin Love too. They both was there.
They were there, but they weren't.
both was
Like,
there. Chris
they
Bosh
were
was there too. Chris Bosh was there too.
Chris Bosh wasn't really bringing anything except for like shots that Dwayne Wade could make.
No, D Wade wasn't making them shots, man.
Dwayne Wade could
Chris
shoot.
Bosh was a better shooter than D Wade when they were playing.
Anyways, but yeah, LeBron is all-time greatest. All-time greatest. It's him and Shaq. They're up there. They're the only two that's actually up there. Because if you bring LeBron, if you bring Michael Jordan now, if you bring Michael Jordan at his best now, he's gonna get destroyed because there's people like Anthony Davis is basically the taller version of him.
Yeah.
Basically, like Anthony Davis, Giannis, KD when he's not injured, they're basically the taller version of Michael Jordan. Because people are that athletic now. But back then, people were just tall and just went out there to play because they thought it was fun. But now people have like skill and all that stuff. But
so that's what Bumblebee has.
Yes, skills? Bumblebee is like the one who had. Bumblebee is like the Cavs LeBron. They weren't going anywhere for years. Like they're like the Browns. Bumblebee is like the Browns now. They weren't doing good for 10 years. 10 years. And they showed up, saved the day. Because for Ultimus Prime, when he's always about to get killed, Bumblebee, Bumblebee.
He said the disrespect.
No, they weren't good. They didn't win like 3 games, and then we won like 3 games in a row this year. So,
who won 3 games in a row?
What? No, us Browns. We've won a bunch. This is
we got 8. We only lost 3 games.
Only lost 3 games. That's
it.
Usually we lose like every game.
Yeah, exactly.
But now we're doing amazing this year.
Yeah, we're definitely doing amazing.
They're like the Bumblebee of the. They're like the Bumblebee of the Browns because the Browns weren't like that. Because without LeBron, without Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman,
he killed Jordan. Yes, he did kill Jordan. He killed him. I'm just sitting here listening, man. Like he did kill Jordan.
If you put the only people that would destroy wherever they would go, is Shaq, because Shaq was giant and unstoppable. You just move out the way because you know he's gonna dunk on you. And LeBron James, because they're like the most athletic. Yeah. They're the best out there.
Yeah, they're the best. They are the best. But Michael Jordan was very good. Very good.
Michael Jordan was good in a sense.
He was a GOAT.
In a sense. At his time, yes. Now, no.
Yeah. In his time, era,
yeah, he was amazing. That's like with Bill Russell. Yeah. He was amazing because he was tall going against a bunch of short guys. They're not going to stop him.
Right.
No one's going to be in his way. No one's going to hit the ball out of his hand or try to do this. No, right. They're short. He was like 6'10", won 13 championships in a row.
Right. That's not fair, though.
So he's better out there than everyone else is. That's why if you put Shaq back there, he would destroy. If you put Shaq out there now at his best, and he would destroy wherever he would go.
Shaq right now, you're crazy.
Not Shaq right now. Shaq at his best. If you put him in right now.
Yeah, if you put Shaq in right now, he probably would because there's not no big men. There's not no big men that play like that no more. Shaq, Anthony Davis would get his numbers, but he wouldn't be trying to guard Shaq because he'll get dunked on all the time.
Yeah, because Shaq's taller than him.
He said, I hope Mike don't see this.
Because I saw this video. The only reason why he was the best is like 6 rings. That's the worst reason ever.
It is the worst reason. The reason why, and this is crazy that we even talk about this, but the reason why I don't think that that's a legitimate reason. Is because you get 6 rings. That's a team game. That has nothing to do with Michael Jordan as an individual. Like, granted, he might have been doing the most, so he got the most points and the most rebounds or whatever. So they give him the MVP. But you can't count it. You can't count 6 rings as all. Well, Michael got 6. I'm like, no, the Chicago Bulls got 6, and Michael played for the team. That's how that. Because Michael's not that. If that's the case, Scottie Pippen has 6 rings too, but nobody wants to talk about that.
In my opinion, for the rings, it doesn't matter because you could be that one guy on the team who sits on the bench entire game. Nobody knows he exists. And then every team you get traded on wins the championship that year.
You get a ring.
You're not going to say, oh, I won because I got 10 rings. I'm better because I got 10 rings. No,
right.
you did nothing. You just sat there. You just sat there and jumped when someone got their ankles broken. That's all you did.
Yep. And he reaped the benefits of it.
Speaking of MVPs, LeBron should have won. So would Michael Jordan and maybe Shaq. Should have won an MVP every single year they were out there because LeBron should have won every year he's out there playing because he brings his teams up. Even when they're losing, he's bringing them back up. He's keep going. And that's why he should have won MVP 9 years in a row because no one else has ever brought every team they're on to the championship. Because I think, for Michael Jordan, he went somewhere good and then just disappeared. And everyone thought he retired, but he didn't. He went to the Wizards.
They did nothing there.
He went to there's nothing at the Wizards.
They did nothing for the Wizards.
He was just there. He was basically like Shaq at the Celtics his last year.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing that much.
A waste of time. You should have retired on top after you won your last ring.
Exactly.
You should have just retired as the best. But you came back. So since you came back, we still count that. Don't step on the court and play and be like, "Whoa, I was 50, so you shouldn't have played." Because I'm not going to treat you like you're 50 when you're on the court. I'm treating you like you're just my age, the same speed as me, and I'm going to kill you. And that's what Michael Jordan was doing. He was out there getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
But he averaged, I think, 25 points a game that year, or 20. But it still wasn't enough because they didn't even go to the playoffs.
Because Anthony Davis now is going from 24 to 36, or it's 34 and 36, averaging points a game.
Anthony Davis is a beast.
Yeah, he's basically the taller version of Michael Jordan now.
Is Anthony Davis better than Kevin Durant, though? No. You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
I like Kevin Durant, man. Kevin Durant, when he played for Golden State, that dude was unstoppable.
My mom doesn't like Kevin Durant at all.
He is a beast. Kevin Durant is a beast.
My mom doesn't like him because he's a traitor. He left Oklahoma and then went to the Warriors because he thought they were winning.
Yeah, he did. And then he won with them.
By LeBron went as soon as he went over there.
LeBron didn't do that, though. LeBron played in Cleveland for 8 years.
And Cleveland. It was LeBron there. Because after he went from Miami, he went straight to Ohio. I was like, we're going to win this year. And then they won. And then the next year, they were still up there. Even if they didn't win, he still brings every team he's on to the championship.
Oh man. I'm telling you, Michael gonna come play you 1-on-1. That's crazy. L probably beat him though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They're the same height, but
hey, Waveberg. My nephew's dad is 6'7", 6'6", 6'7".
They're the same
6'6".
height, but
he'll beat Mike. He'll beat Mike right now.
He beat younger versions of NBA players before they were in the NBA.
He used to play with Keith McLeod and them at McKinley.
Mm-hmm.
He'd do him that. It won't be that. It won't be that. Jordan would really have to go out there and play for real. He wouldn't even be out there, or he'll lose. That cat L's jumper is ridiculous. He don't miss shots.
People now are like Uncle Drew, like Professor, Dr. NBA, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like the NBA guy and all those other people. They're out there doing what Michael Jordan would have done, but just more what he would have done in court. But now people are doing more than what he was doing, but they're not in the NBA because people are doing way more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. But LeBron is the best.
LeBron's the best, and then it's probably Shaq, and then it's like other people.
LeBron's the best. I want to
LeBron
say
and Shaq are the best Cavaliers of all time.
Huh?
LeBron and Shaq are the best Cavaliers of all time.
What? No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that because Brad, even though the Cats didn't win anything, Brad Darley was sweet. Mark Price was sweet. Kyrie was cool.
Yeah,
more than cool, actually. More than cool.
Oh, J.R. Smith went to the Lakers and did nothing.
And won a championship.
He was there. He was. That's like what I'm saying because J.R. Smith was there. Like
he won.
He wasn't winning anything, but
he won. Well, how do you feel about Deion Waiters? Deion Waiters last year, he played for the Miami Heat for half the season, then got traded to the Lakers. So they told him in the finals, whoever wins, it doesn't matter. You still get a ring regardless.
Exactly. That's like what I was saying. If there's one person on the team who's doing nothing and sitting on the bench the entire time, they still win a ring. Even
he was going to get a ring regardless of who he was getting a ring regardless of who won. If Miami won, he was going to get a ring. If the Lakers won, he would have got a ring. He's getting a ring regardless. I'm like, wow, man. What kind of situation is that? Like, you're a champion already before the finals even start. It don't matter who. It don't matter what team you're on. You're going to get a ring regardless.
Like they could just trade him to the team. Like at the beginning of the season, it's like, oh, we'll just take him to the Bulls. They win, and then they just keep him there, and then they trade him somewhere else, wherever the next year is, and then they win. So then, by the end, by like the time he retires, he won like 14 rings or something by just sitting there doing nothing.
That's J.R. Smith.
Yep, that was basically J.R. Smith this year. He just sat there and did nothing.
Yep, and got a ring.
And then he was the one that Cavs and LeBron fans were like, "Isn't that the guy who played for the Cavs?"
Yep.
Because you didn't notice him because he wasn't out there, and Anthony Davis wasn't saying his name.
Yep.
So, you didn't know he was out there
at all. Anthony Davis didn't say that man's name at all, and that man wasn't getting no tick at all. He was not playing no minutes. He
still won a ring, so he won 2 rings off LeBron James.
2 rings off LeBron James.
But that's kind of like the same thing with Kobe Bryant a little bit. But he's going to go there.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that because that's the homie.
Yeah, he was good.
We'll leave it at that. Even though he ain't win without Shaq, we ain't going to go there, though. But yeah, he did because he won with Paul Gasol and them, too. But I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Because Kobe Bryant was still a beast. He was still a beast.
Was so amazing. I would say
I got Kobe Bryant better than Michael Jordan.
Huh?
I said Kobe Bryant better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I don't like the fact how even watching the Last Dance, Michael Jordan was always trying to make a one-on-one with somebody.
Right.
There was this one video
we ever had this year. Yeah. Yeah, this year coming up. Yeah, they mad loaded, dude. Marcus Gasol, Schroeder, all them, man, they're gonna win so easily this year. It's gonna be crazy. It's not even gonna be close. It's gonna be his fifth. It's gonna be his 5th ring this year. Easy.
I was mad at Kawhi Leonard when I heard he went to the Clippers. Like, you want to stay in LA, but you don't want to go to the team that's actually gonna win something.
Because he thought he was gonna beat LeBron, and then LeBron shut him down. So now he out here looking crazy with a guy on his team that they gave the whole team up for, and he's shooting shots off the backboard. Paul George is nothing. Well, people, our Marvel DC, LeBron, Michael Jordan talk is over. Thank you all for tuning in. I see we got some hearts in there. Had some comments in there as well. This is a cool thing because that's last time I had an interview. I wasn't capable of reading the comments, but I'm capable of reading all the comments this time, so that's sweet. He said an accurate assessment. Batman. Yeah, so they got Batman up there. Batman and Spiderman. They got him ranked at a 9. That's deep. That is so deep. But we're going to catch you guys next time. We might end up doing this like once a week if other things are happening that's worth talking about. But y'all make sure y'all follow their page. What's your Facebook page? What's your YouTube page?
It's called Cinco de Mayo. It's
Put it in
spelled
the comment.
my name is spelled, but it's an N.
Put it in the comment section. Can you put it in the comment section?
How do I put it in there? There's nowhere for me.
I don't know. No, there's no way we could put it in there. Can you put it in there from your phone or whatever? Because I think you said hi me on here.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Tim.
You can just
shout out to Glock. Shout out to Dink. Who else was in here?
You can also just press where it says hi me.
Roman. Waveberg. I gotta do this again. We are, bro. We definitely gonna do it again, man. I gotta get on with you, man. We gotta talk this sports talk. You already know what it is. But yeah, did you put it in there or no? Yeah, you did. Okay. His YouTube channel is right there. They got some.
Or you can copy the name above it where it says 5. Oh, no, it says 537 or 637, wherever you are. I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah.
I'm
y'all,
in
he's in Ohio.
No, I'm in Wisconsin.
I'm saying Waveberg Slim. He's in Ohio.
Yeah, so where my name is, where I typed it up, and then right above it is where you can just copy it and then just put it in YouTube.
Yeah, sweet. So y'all make sure y'all go and follow him. And we'll be getting back to you guys some other time. Peace out.